Hi there! Today I'm going to show you how to apply prosthetic horns. I received them recently from PXP Professional Colors and I need them for my look today. So I thought I'm going to show how to apply them. How do I apply them? In the package there are two horns, like this. And also there is some cotton wool, which I think I'm also going to use. Today I'm going to make a unicorn look. So instead of applying two horns together, like this, I'm going to apply one just in the middle. First I'm going to use this cotton wool to put inside the horn, because the horns are quite soft. And it's okay if I just glue them like that. I think I will just feel more comfortable. I don't know, probably it doesn't matter, but I want them to make like filled in so they are not that smushy. And the wool is very light, so it wouldn't make any difference. But also I can use this part of wool to have as a part which will be attached to my forehead, so probably it's going to make the structure even a bit stronger. So this is how it looks. Just didn't do anything particular, just put it in. It took me about, well, a few seconds. Right, now the next thing that I'm going to use is Pros-aide. I can use a latex for that as well, but I like Pros-aide better for this part. And I'm going to apply a layer here, and this layer is going to also glue a little bit this part together. And then I'm going to wait till it's dry a little bit, and then attach to the place that I need to. Okay, let's go. I've got a special brush which is only used for Pros-aide. It's not a brush anymore, it looks like more like a spatula because it's all glued together, and I flatten the edge, so it's actually very soft and easy to apply. So I'm just going to dip this into the box, into the bottle, and apply this. It's a bit sticky, but well. So I'm going to just apply it at the edges here, so it's going to glue, and maybe a little bit to the middle, because I don't need to cover the whole area, it's quite strong anyway. Okay, and when I'm going to squish it in a minute, when it's dry a little bit, it's going to all press together. And obviously I'm going to go over the edges that are sticking out here. This is very important, so every piece of this edge will glue to my forehead. I don't want to leave any empty spaces here. Just turning this round, and there is a little amount going inside, and that is going to hold the wool. It's very easy to do. Sometimes I'm using, instead of brush, I can use just a piece of paper, fold it together in a long stick, or paper straw, which you can also flatten, and that could work. So see, when I push the wool here, it's already starting to glue together. I'm just making sure it doesn't go outside of this edge, because I don't want to make it thicker anymore. So I need to wait now till it's transparent instead of white, because Pros-aide is white, and just add another drop on the top of the previous one, because it went a little bit inside. I'm sure it will still reach my forehead anyway, but now it's easier because it's not gluing as much anymore to my brush. Right, just waiting now. to avoid this touching the table, I'm just going to put it into the vase or whatever I have, cup, something that is smaller than the diameter of the horn. Right, and now I need to apply a little bit over here and also wait for this to dry. So I waited around 5-7 minutes and this edge now looks clear and you can't see anything here, it's just shining. So now I need to decide which side up is going to be, and since it's a unicorn I'd like to go up, not sideways. I'm just going to attach this to my forehead. So, and I'm pressing down because there is some Pros-aide in the foam and I think I haven't applied it well. So I need to turn this around a little bit. Okay, let's go again. I think now it's fine. And as you see, it is a little bit sticking out. Probably I could easily cut this bit because I've got foam in, I've got wool inside and that will still hold. But like on this side it's really nicely blending in. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a little bit because it depends on your forehead. If you have a large forehead it will be quite enough, but for me like it's not small but still, so I'm going to cut this bit a little bit so it doesn't go into my hair. Okay. Just checking how it's holding here. Well, it's holding very well. If I feel very comfortable, I can nothing's happening, so it's great. I just feel like here it's too close to my eyebrows, and I'm also going to cut this a little bit, just a bit under the edge, like that. Okay, and maybe a bit here. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to show you how it looks. You see the difference between in the color, and if I cover the difference you can actually see whether it's sticking out, whether you can see the edge or not, and then we are going to see what we're going to do with this later. So with a blending brush and concealer or face paint, I'm going to apply the same color. It could be lighter, it could be darker. This is just for you to see how the horn itself is blending with the skin without any additional products. Right, I'm going to take a picture and show you. I think if I'm going to paint it and shadow everything, that is going to look quite nice. Don't really need much to add to that, but if you would like to take it to even a better level, to better blending, we can use a latex to apply a layer in between the edge of the horn and my skin. So this is what I'm going to do just now. So using Q-tips, I'm going to apply a latex to the edges. Strength-wise, it's okay just now. I don't need to add anything. And if I add any other color here, that I think will blend quite okay anyway, but I thought I want to make this edge even smoother, especially that you can see the difference between the skin here, between the skin and like human skin has a structure with pores and everything, and this one is very nice and smooth, so just need to work quickly because when it dries it starts to peel off. Okay, so I need to make sure I stop when it's still wet. So this is all for that side. Just a little bit. I don't think it's actually needed because this edge is very thin anyway. But in here, like if you're going to apply blood, I think that edge is going to create this additional structure. That was too slow. So I need to go again. Okay, let's start over. So if you use a blood, it just would add this unevenness and will probably look even better. And because I'm looking for more kind of glam look, I want to make it clean, like more smooth. Although I'm going to use glitter, I'm planning to use glitter, so probably I won't need this too much anyway. I just wanted to try and to let you see an additional way to smooth the surface around that. I think I'm done. So when it dries, it's going to go to blend even better with my face. Another thing that you could use is this rubber brushes, which are supposed to be for glitter, but I think you can smooth the surface. So with one edge closer to the skin, and the one is kind of a bit further away from, you see you kind of have the corner of connection, and inside goes the latex. So if you have this angle of the brush this way, it will connect without any edges to your skin. This is what I'm doing. So I'm kind of having this way, like that. So see here, it's hardly anything. It's very thin layer, and then I'm just connecting to this area. So you can add a few layers of that after the first layer is totally dry, because otherwise it will start peeling off. I need to be very careful not to go into my brows, because I don't want to peel them off later together with the latex. Although it is possible, I don't think if you do it slower, it's not going to peel, like to tear them out. But even one here, I didn't want to jeopardize. Right, this is quite enough. The good thing with that is when the latex is dry, you can just peel it off and the brush is nice and clean again. But this works only with latex, it doesn't work with Pros-aide. It will be very sticky with Pros-aide, you need to use special cleaner for that. So it's back to clean state, and I'm just drying till this layer is dry and I can start painting it. It's nearly dry, as you see. This is very hard to pull off, and what I'm going to do, because it's just touch dry for now, I'm going to use the powder just to make it less sticky, and it will allow me to paint over that much better with a good coverage. Because latex is quite sticky, and because it's shiny, it's hard to paint over this. So if I cover it with a powder, it will be really nice to paint over that. So just now you can put any colors that you like, but because it's going to be a nice and fluffy unicorn, I'm going to use pink and yellow. So I'm going to start with pink color. See it? It's quite light, and I'm going to quickly cover the horn itself and part of my face. And I'm going to paint it into my hair as well, a little bit. Okay, this area is ready. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of different color, and for that I'm going to use yellow, and I'm going to use them in the higher part of every band. So we have this edges 1, 2, 3, so to the higher part I'm going to add a bit of yellow. And if I went too low, I'm just going to blend it back with a brush that I used before for the horn. So it's going to have a gradation of color here. Now here, okay. Obviously I could paint it before I apply the paint, but then I suppose the stickiness will be a bit different. And like this. Next part, I'm going to use a silver color. I'm going to use it all the way. And I'm going to use it just at the edges here, because I want it to be a bit shiny and stick out more when I move. It's not very visible, but it's there, and it makes the overall effect very nice. Okay, now I can take maybe a bit here, don't know, maybe here as well a bit, yeah, just at the outer edge there. Okay, now I can take either a darker color or an eyeshadow, or I think I'm going to use a darker color. I'm going to use a darker pink with nearly dry brush and go into the edges, but from the other side, from the side of the pink color, just there, just a little bit. And here. Okay. I just want to have painting adjusted to the makeup, so since I have a pink horn, I'm going to add some pink eyeshadow pink and maybe purple, just to make it much better. And I've got yellow already in there, so this is quite much and quite alright anyway. So I've got yellow, pink and a bit of purple. Right, I think that is now closer to match everything together. As you see, the edges are not very much visible. If you add blood, that will totally blend it together, or if you add glitter as well. I think I'm going to add glitter later on, but this is all for today, all about applying the horns. Obviously 2 together just works the same. They can go also in here, and if you cut, for example, this one here, you can use another one, make it smaller, just cut at the edges to have the surface to attach to the to your own skin, so it will be like one here, then another one a bit smaller, and then you can cover the area around with a latex to make the connection less visible. And you can do whatever you want with this. This is very easy to apply and to do. You don't need much skills. Even if you're a beginner, it's very easy. And then to color it. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new. Have a look at my other videos and see if you find something interesting. Right, this is all for today. Bye!